Hello students, today in this video we are going to study about some theories related to acid and bases. These theories explain the chemical nature of acid and bases. In our earlier video, we discussed or we understood the acid and bases according to the taste and the litmus paper. We understood that as substance which is sour in taste, it contains acid. Substance which is bitter in taste, it contains bases. Or if the substance changes the blue litmus, the color of the blue litmus changes to red, it means it contains acid. Or substance which changes the color of litmus, red litmus to blue, we can call it bases. So basic differences we understood. In today's video, we are going to study the theories, the chemical nature of the acid and bases. These theories basically define or explain the chemical nature of acid and bases. We can say that they give the chemical definition of acid and bases. So let's see what are the theories. There are three most accepted theory. That is, first is your Arrhenius concept on acid and bases, Bronsted-Lowry theory, and Lewis concept. These three theories are most acceptable theory to explain the chemical nature of acid or bases. But according to class 10 standard, we are going to focus on only the Arrhenius concept. We will not going to study these theories in this class. You will study this theory in your higher classes. So let's see how this Arrhenius explain the chemical nature of acid and bases. Now, Arrhenius concept on acid and bases. Now, Arrhenius, the scientist named Svante Arrhenius, he was a Swedish scientist who got the Nobel Prize. He explained the acid. He explained acid and bases. See how he explained. According to him, if any substance dissolve in water, they get dissociate, it means break or split, and give hydrogen ion. We can denote it in the form of this way. So if any substance dissolve in water, they get dissociate, means they get break, and they produce hydrogen ion. So let's see. If we put any substance, take HCl. We can take one example, HCl, and this is your H2O. So when HCl is in the aqueous solution, means in the water, it break and it give H plus and Cl minus. It means it is producing hydrogen ion. So this substance is acid. It means the substance is acid. The substance is acid. So we can say that if any substance which dissolve in water, dissociate and give hydrogen ion, hydrogen ion, we can call them acid. We can call them acid, and it is known as Arrhenius acid. We call them Arrhenius acid. Now we can take in the form of chemical equation. Like if there is a HCl, when HCl dissolve in water, it gives hydrogen and Cl minus. So this is your hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion. It is hydrogen ion. Now, but what he found, he doesn't found any hydrogen ion in water, when he put the HCl, he does not found any hydrogen ion. He does not found any hydrogen ion in the solution. So he found that what happened to this hydrogen ion? These hydrogen ions are very unstable. Very unstable. Unstable means, unstable is the form of unstable means basically it try to react with others. So this hydrogen ion is very unstable, and due to this instability it start to react with others. So it react with water molecule, and produce hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. What we call it? Hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. So sometime if question is there, and if it is given that the hydronium ion shows, if any substance shows the hydronium ion, it means we can say that the substance is acid. So this is the Arrhenius acid. Now we are going to study the Arrhenius base. Now, so according to Arrhenius base are the substance, if any substance dissolve in water and they get dissociate and produce hydroxide ion, that is called hydroxide ion. If any substance dissolve in water, so keep in mind that this Arrhenius concept is based on the water. So without water we can't explain the acid, Arrhenius acid or Arrhenius base. So water is very important. So what happened here, according to the Arrhenius, any substance dissolve in water get dissociate, means get break, and produce hydroxide ion. So if it produce hydroxide ion, then that substance is the base. That substance is base, and we can say that Arrhenius base. We can say it Arrhenius base, because Arrhenius had explained these all concept. So we called it Arrhenius base. So let's take one example. If NaOH, what is it? It is called sodium hydroxide. When these sodium hydroxide dissolve in water, so what we get? It breaks or dissociate, and they produce sodium and hydroxide ion. They produce hydroxide ion. Hydroxide ion. So that means NaOH, sodium hydroxide, is a base. Sodium hydroxide is a base. So we have understood that Arrhenius given the explanation for the acid or bases, that acid, when it dissolve in water, it get dissociate and it produce hydrogen ion. It produce hydrogen ion. And these hydrogen ion is unstable, so they react with water molecule and they form hydronium ion, and that is called acid. So the substance is known as acid. In the bases, what happens? It get dissociate, substance get dissolved in water, dissociate and produce hydroxide ion. So this is the basic concept that given the explanation for the acid or bases by the Arrhenius. Now, let's see some examples. So examples for Arrhenius acid. So Arrhenius acid and Arrhenius base. So we can take some examples of Arrhenius acid and bases. So Arrhenius acid, we can say that all the acid, basically hydrochloric acid, hydrobromic acid, HI, hydroiodic acid, H2SO4, sulfuric acid, or we can take hydroperchloric acid. So these are some examples of Arrhenius acid. Bases, we can take example NaOH, that is your sodium hydroxide, KOH, that is your potassium hydroxide, LiOH, that is your lithium hydroxide. Li is for the lithium hydroxide, ammonia. These are some Arrhenius examples of Arrhenius bases. Now we are going to study next we are going to study about the strong acid and weak acid, strong base and weak base. Before discussing about the strong acid or a strong base, first we are going to study one more example, that if there is a dry HCl is there. If there is a dry HCl means there is no water molecule present. So these dry HCl shows nothing. It will not behave like acid. Because why? Because we know that acid always shows the property when it dissolve in water. When it dissolve in water. So this dry HCl does not produce any H plus ion, and when these dry HCl mixed with water molecule, it gives and it shows acidic property. Property. So we have to keep this thing in mind, that any substance shows the acid or basis behavior when it will dissolve in water. Now we are going to take our next topic, strong acid and weak acid. Now strong acid. strong acid. So what is strong acid? So according to the Arrhenius, the strong acid, the acid which dissociate completely in water and produce